Private companies are going to save us from climate change because they're the only ones that can invest billions in renewable energy. You and I both know that's not true. But that's what they and their political allies are trying to sell us. Here's why that is a lie. Fossil fuel companies claim that the energy transition to renewables is well underway because of the investments they're making. US climate envoy John Kerry even said so explicitly. I personally believe it is the private sector that is going to make the greatest difference here because no government has the amount of money necessary to accelerate this transition at scale. It couldn't be further from the truth. Coal use is at an all-time high, and the consumption of oil and gas is still increasing. Global emissions should be decreasing, but they're rising instead. And the amount of money necessary to accelerate the transition, frankly, isn't being spent on the transition. Shell, for example, spent 7.5 times less on green energy than the amount of money they paid their shareholders. And they spent over double the amount on marketing. BP recently spent $12 million to crush climate legislation in the USA. These companies are using their capital to fight climate action and to market themselves as green without doing anything to decrease their emissions. Meanwhile, governments worldwide are giving these profiting companies billions of taxpayer money to invest in renewables. Billions that they're using to hike profits instead. And when the subsidies stop, the investments in renewables disappear. In fact, less subsidies meant new renewable installations almost halved in both Germany and China. The idea that companies are going to save us from the climate crisis is a blatant lie. The only actually impactful investments are being made through government spending, not private companies.